Underwriting support made possible by the following.
The world has changed us, but not our goals and dreams. Registration is open now at CGCC for courses with online delivery. Email us at admissions@sunycgcc.edu. Let's go together. #CoGreen. sunycgcc.edu.
The Bank of Greene County for a better financial life. The Bank of Greene County for a better financial life. Thank you for being a Blue Hawk.
A. Colarusso & Son.
Thank you for being a Blue Hawk.
A successful firm built on hard work, honest work, and an honest pride and accomplishment. A. Colarusso & Son. A. Colarusso & Son.
Let's cheer for Hudson High. Come gather round and sing a song that mounts up to the sky. All hail to the colors we cherish, a pennant of blue and gold. And hail to our sons and our daughters, sweetest memories days unfold. Our love for thee never shall perish, a sturdy, staunch, and bold. We will fight for the right of old Hudson High and the blue and the gold.
Parents in the parking lot, please remain in your vehicle so that we know where you are, so that when it's your group's time, we could grab you and we could get up here and you don't miss the moment. Parents be between the ribbons in front of the signs. Good morning. Everyone is still standing here, so we'll keep it that way. Let's join Class of 2020, Senior Class President Pierre June, for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Class of 2020. While this celebration is not what you had dreamed of as you journeyed through your 13 years of school, it is a unique celebration for a very special group of students. It's a first-time, one-of-a-kind ceremony that won't easily be forgotten. In fact, in some ways, it may be envied and replicated by classes that come after you. We are thankful to be able to gather together one final time to commemorate this special occasion. Sir Edward Elgar composed the Pomp and Circumstance music. The title comes from Shakespeare's Othello. The term pomp and circumstance itself describes a grand ceremony, a very formal celebration. However, in the United States, the term pomp and circumstance almost exclusively refers to graduation ceremonies from high school or college. And when you can't have all the traditional pomp due to the unforeseen circumstances, you create something new to give each graduate an extraordinary send-off in the biggest and best way you can. Graduates of the Class of 2020, despite the circumstances, you will have the Blue Hawk pomp on the 50-yard line of our fabulous sports complex. The challenges you faced in your senior year have prepared you to continue your education and follow your dreams no matter what. This class will not be defined by what was lost, but rather by how well they responded to the challenges placed before you. When school buildings closed in mid-March, teaching and learning did not stop. Instruction continued uninterrupted, and you met in your online classes daily with all of the materials needed to remain on track and receive your Hudson High School diploma. Not surprisingly, you continued to work hard and support one another throughout the challenging time. With a great deal of fortitude, tenacity, and perseverance, you carried on, and we are here now to recognize your accomplishments. Class of 2020, what will be most important as you carry on past your graduation today are the steps you choose to take tomorrow. Our mantra, destination, graduation to occupation, has focused our work to prepare you for college, career, citizenship, and life. Pursue your ambitions and embrace each possibility to make our world a better place by gaining knowledge, showing kindness, and demonstrating love to everyone you encounter along your life's journey. In light of the current day events we are all dealing with, I would like to leave you with the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, who so eloquently said, "Go forth into the busy world and love it. Interest yourself in its life, mingle kindly with its joys and sorrows." Let these words be your North Star, and decades from now, you will be able to look beyond the year of 2020 with 2020 vision and know that, despite the inevitable obstacles and challenges, you left things better than you found them. Congratulations and best wishes to each and every one of you. We are all so proud of you.
Greetings. It's a pleasure and honor to be standing here today, although virtually. Congratulations to my fellow classmates for finally getting to this momentous point in our lives. It's been quite a journey for all of us, especially these past few months. I want to start by thanking the staff, faculty, and administration for everything they've done during these tough times. As a class officer for the past 4 years, I also want to thank my fellow class officers and class advisors for all their hard work and dedication to the class. I also want to thank all my teachers, coaches, mentors, friends, and everyone else who has been there for me throughout my journey. Most of all, I want to thank my mother, father, and older sister Farzana, and the rest of my family for all their unconditional love, support, and affection in everything I've done. Without everyone's help, I wouldn't be standing here today, and I would not be the person I am today. Thank you to everyone who believed in me, even at times when I didn't believe in myself. Our graduation comes at a time of great uncertainty and unrest. Everyone has experienced these somewhat surreal historic times in their own unique way, but somehow there has been a sense of unity through our shared experience during this fearful and unprecedented period. We all have to admit that this year has been a year where we've questioned everything we believe to be normal. COVID-19 specifically has allowed us to recognize things we have taken for granted but have come to hold dear, like food, water, air, and toilet paper. The relatively good things that have come out of all this for us students include sleeping in, binge-watching TV shows, walking around the house and having it considered legitimate exercise, and the good-natured enjoyment of watching our teachers struggle in class with modern technology. In all seriousness though, COVID has shed light more intently on various issues, like how much more we need to support our healthcare system in terms of equity and funding, and the necessity to plan better for future unexpected events. It has also changed how we go about our daily lives and has given us time to think about ourselves and the world around us. It has become profoundly evident during these past few months that the challenges we face go well beyond the pandemic, and it has also brought into focus problems that have been growing for a very long time. Such are civil liberties and racial equality, issues people have been fighting for hundreds of years. The desire and dream of freedom and equality have been passed on for generation after generation, and the fight to acquire these things have led to blood, sweat, and tears. The calamities and the unrests that have taken place, and the cries for justice and peace, have all manifested in the BLM movement and have brought a growing awareness to the reality of the world as it is today. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, once said, "A white has no superiority over black, nor a black has any superiority over white, except by piety and good actions." In a time of distancing, the movement has also revealed to us, ironically, our interconnection, empathy, and compassion as human beings. These past few months have demonstrated to us what we lack, what we want going forward, and has shown us how much more work needs to be done. As Elizabeth Cady Stanton, voting rights activist, once said, "The history of the past is but one long struggle upward to equality." These times have illuminated what we have taken for granted and have also provided us with moments of realizing how blessed we are and how grateful we should be. Most of all, though, it has brought awareness to problems regarding injustice and inequality, which have gone unnoticed for so long, and has focused renewed attention on other problems around us, such as the humanitarian crises in Yemen, Syria, Palestine, and Myanmar, and the oppression of the Uyghur people in China. As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." It's unfortunate that we will have to remember 2020 as more than just the year we graduated high school. But since we will be the ones shaping the future, we are what the world needs to solve its problems. It has been true for various other key moments in history that the problems we've overcome have helped us become stronger than before. The way the year 2020 and the COVID-19 pandemic have affected our everyday lives has been so extensive that things will never be the same. The only thing we must do now is move forward with hope and faith as we advocate and take part in the change that is happening. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Be the change that you wish to see in the world." Congratulations again, class of 2020, and best of luck in the future. Always remember to believe in yourself, dream big, work hard, be resilient, and most of all, hope for the best. Thank you.
Greetings, family, friends, faculty, staff, and congratulations to the class of 2020. I'd like to start by thanking Principal Cass, Assistant Principal Wood, and all of our educators for the work they've done to help us get through this unconventional and difficult school year. Thank you to Mr. Vorwald, who I've had the pleasure of learning from every year since the 4th grade. Mr. Vorwald has shown us day after day how passionate he is about teaching and has never failed to provide his students with a place where we can feel safe to express ourselves through music. But Mr. Vorwald has impacted my life far beyond music. Other than endless corny jokes, he has taught me to laugh at and learn from my mistakes and to stop taking everything so seriously. To everyone who has supported me and loved me for the past 18 years, to my mom and my grandparents, thank you. To my cousin Julie, who has taught me the importance of being empathetic towards others and prioritizing my mental health, thank you. This year has been anything but normal. We've spent years of our lives preparing for this very moment, to walk across the stage and be awarded our diplomas. But here we are. Everything promised to us seems to have been ripped out of our hands just as we were about to cross the finish line. I wish I could give a conventional speech about our class's achievements and all of the fun times we've had. I really do. But the circumstances in which we find ourselves cannot be ignored. For the past few months, I've spent my time deliberating my feelings. I have found myself constantly flipping between feeling upset about my situation and feeling guilty for feeling upset. I could not find it in me to mourn my losses when I knew that others were suffering because of COVID-19. It took me months to accept my feelings and to realize that my reasons for being upset are justified. For any of my classmates who may have felt or are still feeling the same way, your feelings are valid. We're allowed to be sad. We're allowed to be angry. Any feeling that you feel right now is completely rational. I recently listened to a podcast by Brené Brown in which she spoke about comparative suffering. One statement she made really stuck with me. Hurt is hurt. Pain cannot just go away because we told it that it isn't painful enough as compared to the suffering of others. The more we push our emotions away, the harder they will be to manage. She emphasized that if we don't allow ourselves to feel pain, we will never learn to be empathetic. To be empathetic is not to relate to how someone is feeling, but to understand their emotions, even if you have never experienced what they have gone through. To give and receive empathy is so important to improving our mental health and even increasing our happiness. In Harper Lee's novel To Kill a Mockingbird, Atticus Finch says to his young daughter, Scout, "You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view, until you climb into his skin and walk around in it." This novel, which was written in the 1960s, is told through the eyes of a young child. It takes place in a southern community where racism is the norm and defending an innocent black man, Tom Robinson, makes Atticus Finch a social pariah. His advice to his young daughter, who cannot understand the cruel nature of people in her town, is to practice empathy, a main theme of the novel. 60 years ago, this novel won the Pulitzer Prize. Since then, not much has changed in our society. Racists still exist, though they are not so open about it. Black men are still convicted of crimes they didn't commit and murdered in cold blood because of the color of their skin, just like Tom Robinson. Empathy is critical now more than ever. Many of us have never been treated differently because of the color of our skin. We need to understand and be empathetic to the injustices and oppression that Black Americans still face every single day. Dad changed the world. The words of an innocent and carefree Gianna Floyd, George Floyd's 6-year-old daughter, far too young to understand exactly what had just happened to her father. For 8 minutes and 46 seconds, ex-officer Derek Chauvin kneeled on the neck of Mr. George Floyd, murdering him, as 3 other officers stood by and watched. Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, Michael Brown, Tamir Rice, Freddie Gray, Philando Castile, Sandra Bland, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, and George Floyd are only a handful of Black Americans who have lost their lives as a result of racism. George Floyd's death has sparked outrage. Black Lives Matter protests are being held in every city across the country. Social media has blown up over the past few weeks with calls to speak up, to stop staying quiet about the horrific truths of our society. I didn't know what I could do to help, but then I remembered that I have a platform here today that is larger than my Instagram account. I've rarely been afraid to use my voice, whether it be to fight for a few extra points on an essay or to open up a political conversation. I've always been fairly outspoken, but giving this speech is something that terrified me because of everything we've gone through for the past few months and the current state of our country. I was afraid of sounding ignorant or uneducated. I was scared of making people angry or offended, but I'm facing that fear, and I urge you to face yours too. Listen to your Black friends when they talk about their struggles they face daily. Let them tell you. Let them be honest with you so that you can understand and empathize with them. Speak up. If you hear someone make a racist remark, educate them. In the words of Ibram X. Kendi, it isn't enough to be not racist anymore. We must be anti-racist. You may think that as one person you won't make a difference, but we need to believe that we will, and we must persevere. I am privileged. I am privileged because I am white. These things are uncomfortable to admit. It's uncomfortable to be angry, and it's uncomfortable to talk about race. But being uncomfortable is not the same as being afraid. Seek discomfort now. Educate yourself and others on these issues so that in 10 years no child will live in fear of dying because of the color of their skin. I'm not Black, but I see you. I'm not Black, but I hear you. I'm not Black, but I mourn with you. I'm not Black, but I will fight by your side. Congratulations to the class of 2020 and good luck to all of you in your future endeavors. To everyone listening, don't forget to let yourself feel all the emotions, to practice empathy, and to use your voice no matter how uncomfortable it is. Thank you.
Our first commencement speaker is a proud class of 1995 Hudson High alum. Upon graduating from Hudson High School after a distinguished high school football career, Leroy Collins attended SUNY Alfred, where he became a junior college All-American running back and is a member of that school's Athletic Hall of Fame. After receiving his associate's degree from Alfred State, Mr. Collins transferred to the University of Louisville, where he continued to play running back, this time at the Division I level. Mr. Collins was named the 1998 Offensive Player of the Year for the Louisville Cardinals and earned first-team all-conference accolades as a running back in Conference USA. Mr. Collins spent the next 2 years playing running back for the Washington Redskins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Following his NFL career, Mr. Collins went back to school to earn his master's degree in sport management from the California University of Pennsylvania. In his post-NFL and athletic career, Mr. Collins wears several hats. He is the owner of DC3 Consulting, CEO of Plancation, president of the Upstate New York chapter of the NFL Alumni Association, and is also a member of the Capital Region Football Hall of Fame. Recently, Mr. Collins has become an author of his book titled Running Back, that each of you will receive a copy of. The Running Back chronicles his life and the road that led him to where he is today. Mr. Collins travels the country as a motivational speaker and storyteller. His message is to change lives and inspire those around him. You can frequently see him on social media using his expertise as a sports performance specialist to raise awareness for the Life Matters campaign in Central New York. Mr. Collins resides in Fulton, New York with his wife Kristen and their 3 boys, Dominic, Donovan, and Drew. I present to you Mr. Leroy Collins.
Welcome, class of 2020. My name is Leroy Collins. I believe it's important for us to go through many life experiences. It's important for us to experience success and failure because it builds character and educates us and makes us who we are today and who we will be tomorrow. See, I went through many life experiences. I failed, I was successful, but I had to experience those things to make me who I am today and who I will be tomorrow. The chances that I took, I chose those chances. The chances that I didn't take, I chose those chances as well. You're going to have the opportunity in life once you get out in the world. The situation that we're in right now is unfamiliar. Nobody saw this coming, so everybody was afraid of it. While the world stood still, dreams were dying, we had to stay strong and keep moving forward. It's times like this you get to find out how strong you are. You get to find out how creative you are. See, sometimes you don't get a chance to find out how strong you are until being strong is the only thing left. You don't get to find out how creative you are until being creative is the only thing left. And I believe throughout this time, you got a chance to find out how strong you are and how creative you are. The situation that you're in and how you made it through, you guys are the strongest kids that I know. Because it happened, you guys adjusted, and you succeeded. I enjoy Lou Holtz. I love Lou Holtz as a coach. Because Lou Holtz, what he does, he bases you off 4 characters. Your attitude, your abilities, your motivation, and your effort. See, effort is a huge one for me. Effort is going to determine who you are and who's going to stand next to you, who want to stand next to you. With effort, you're going to be able to change hearts and minds in the right direction. You don't have to say anything, you just have to do. So after today and for the rest of your life, you're going to be judged and measured by your efforts. So they're going to see how much effort do you put in to get what you want. What kind of effort do you show to get what you want? What kind of effort do you show to make people want to be part of what you got going on? With this situation, we all get rained on. We all get rained on. But some of us is going to take our umbrella, go out in the rain, and conquer the storm. And some of us are going to stay inside and wait for the rain to stop. When I was a child, I had to face many situations and storms. The doctor told me that I would never walk again. He said, any chance of you using your legs, it's impossible. That was a problem for me because I wanted to play in the NFL. I didn't want to just play regular football, I wanted to play in the NFL. So that was a problem for me. So I knew that my journey was going to be tough, it's going to be hard, it's going to be painful, and I'm going to have to show a whole lot of effort to get what I want. So I started practicing every day. Morning, noon, and night. Practice. Everybody in the world is sleeping. I was up walking around. Where every time I fell, I felt pain. Every time I took a step, I felt pain. Every time I tried to stand back up, I felt pain. But it never stopped me because I knew what I wanted, and I wanted to show the effort to get what I wanted. So I remember one time it was 3 o'clock in the morning. Everybody asleep. I get up and decided I wanted to go walk. I get out of my bed. I have to hold on to the bed rails. I have to hold on to the wall because I was unable to walk on my own. So I walked around the room, and I carried myself out in the hallway. I walked by my mother's bedroom. I hear my mother praying. I hear her crying. This is 3 o'clock in the morning. I hear her praying and crying, saying, Lord, could you please fix my son's legs? Could you please take away his pain? Could you please help him reach his dreams? Because when I told her that I wanted to play in the NFL, she knew what the doctor said. She knew what the doctor said, but she had faith and belief in me, and that gave me more faith, more belief. So I started practicing harder. I started working harder. I started believing harder and started praying harder. And then one day it happened for me. I took 1 step on my own unassisted. I took 2 steps on my own unassisted. I defied the odds because of my effort. I took 3 steps unassisted, now I'm walking. I'm taking steps now. My efforts show me that you're capable of doing anything. I like this story about effort. It's about Girl Scout. It's this Girl Scout named Sarah. Sarah wanted to win a bike. There was a contest with the Girl Scouts. They said, whoever sells the most Girl Scout cookies wins the bike. So the Scout master brought the girls to the neighborhood, gave them wagons full of cookies, and told them to go sell. Sarah was determined to sell her cookies because she wanted that bike. She knocked on one door. The lady said, "Oh, no, thank you, I don't need any cookies." She went to another door, and the lady said, "Oh, I already bought some cookies from one of your other Scout mates." She went to another door. Guy said, "Nah, no, thank you." An hour has passed. She only sold one box of cookies. She looked around and noticed all her friends had sold a lot more boxes of cookies. She was very upset. But she did not give up. She believed if she continued going, she worked hard, she would sell more cookies than everybody else. The Scoutmaster noticed it started to rain. So he handed each Girl Scout a raincoat and told them to continue selling because the rain was slow. As time went on, the rain started picking up. All the Girl Scouts fled, except for Sarah. She took her raincoat off, she covered her wagon of cookies, and kept selling. She knocked on one door and said, "We'd like to buy some Girl Scout cookies." The guy looked out and saw the rain and said, "Sure, I'll take a box." She went to the next door, knocked and said, "We'd like to buy some Girl Scout cookies." Another lady looked at the rain, looked at the little drenched girl, and said, "Sure, give me 3 boxes." The same thing happened door after door after door. She had 10 boxes of cookies left. She went to the last house on the block. She knocked on the door and said, "Excuse me, miss, would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies?" The lady said, "How many boxes you have left?" She said, "I have 10 boxes left." The lady said, "I'll take all 10. She said, "I saw you in the rain going from door to door. You compelled me to want to buy cookies from you because of your effort." The lady bought 10 boxes of cookies because of her effort, not because she wanted cookies. And that's what's going to happen in life. Once you go through life, the thing that you do, the people are going to stand beside you. They're going to stand beside you because of your effort, because of what you've shown. When you hit the workforce, your effort is going to get you a different position. When you sign an application for a job, your effort is going to get you that job. And then you're going to just keep moving up in life because of your effort. I want to tell you, if you believe hard enough, if you work hard enough, you have a vision and you have a plan and have faith, you can accomplish anything in life. Congratulations, class of 2020. Have a great life.
Our second commencement speaker needs no introduction, but he's going to get one anyway. A member of the class of 2003 and proud Hudson High School alum, Kamal Johnson graduated from Columbia Green Community College in 2005 with an associate's degree in early childhood education, and from SUNY New Paltz in 2007 with a Bachelor's of Arts degree in history. He's also the coordinator of a community fatherhood initiative known as POPS, Parenting Opportunities, Programs, and Services, as well as the co-host of the Drive Time radio show on WGXC 90.7 FM. Most of you know Mayor Johnson through his work within the Hudson City School District's after-school program and his mentorship of so many of you at the Hudson Department of Youth. Over the years, Mayor Johnson has continued to cultivate those relationships with many of you even after becoming the mayor. He is a community activist whose moniker, #AHOD, All Hands on Deck, has inspired so many to get involved in our community. Mayor Johnson often considers himself a youth worker turned politician, using his roots to foster growth and awareness for change in our hometown. He is a former city councilman and the first African American and youngest person to ever hold the elected seat of mayor in the city of Hudson. On the long list of Mr. Johnson's accomplishments, being a devoted father to his daughter Asia is at the top. He's a shining example of the importance of being an involved parent. I humbly present to you the Mayor of Hudson, Kamal Johnson.
Hello to the class of 2020. Hello to parents, guardians, caregivers, and faculty. My name is Kamal Johnson, and I'm the mayor of the city of Hudson. I am an alumni of the Hudson City School District. I am honored to be chosen as this year's commencement speaker, along with someone who I consider a big brother, Leroy Collins. A lot of you know me from the after-school program, the youth department, summer program, and also as one of your substitutes in your classes. Now I have the great pleasure of seeing you off into the future. This year has not been an easy one. I identify with you completely. I've had high hopes on my first term, many goals and major expectations that got put to the wayside due to COVID-19. Only to have a lot of things that I prepared for planned by people with a higher authority than me, and not really getting to enjoy the full fruits of my work. This class has seen a lot of barriers put in front of them, and yet here you are, ready and willing to take on the future. High school isn't easy for many of you, and for some of you, it will be some of the best times that you ever had, and for others, it will be a time that you just want to quickly put behind you. Both of these experiences are okay. I will spare you the details of how I grew up poor and overcame many obstacles to become who I am today. I want to talk directly and realistically to the class of 2020. Although I haven't been a student in this school since 2003 when I graduated, not a lot has changed. There's been some changes, but some of the things still stay the same. I found my voice here in this building. The since retired Mrs. Howe took a chance and created a new health class where she paired juniors and seniors with students from the elementary school. I found my love for working with the youth during that class. In Miss Bruss's class, my political career started. She coined me the mayor of the class after many times of me being the class clown, and myself even creating a sign that had 3 words, Kamal for mayor, and hanging it up in her classroom. You never know how far things you dreamed about in high school would take you. No dream is too big unless you're Mr. McDarby and you're still waiting for the Jets to win the Super Bowl. High school doesn't always prepare you for the real world, but I'm here to provide you with some key tips. It's okay to not know what you want to be. I've had at least 5 or 6 careers in my lifetime, even well before I landed in City Hall. There will be those that will tell you that you can't do it because they couldn't, or simply they weren't even brave enough to try. During my campaign, I was told that I was too young, I was inexperienced, and it just wasn't my time. Yet here I am. No one can dictate when your time is. But I ask you to find advocates and not just mentors, those who will tell you the truth even when you don't want to hear the answer. They will give all the advice, but also support you when the times are needed. I met one of those mentors here in the Hudson City School District, and that mentor became an advocate for me. And that guy's name is Mr. Malloy, who many of your parents has probably had as a gym teacher. I ask you all to take care of your mental health as well as your physical health. Life can get tough, and from this point on, it's going to move very fast. I know from experience. I see a therapist every Monday. Find someone you can trust to talk to. Don't keep it inside. Depression and stress can be overwhelming. I know firsthand. Before my election day, I was burying my best friend after he took his own life. Beware of drug use, illegal or over the counter. I've lost too many classmates due to drug use. Learn how to hone your ability to figure things out quickly, as many of you will be heading into college, the services, parenthood, and careers. Understand that your parents were right about some things. Learn how to save money, protect your credit, hang up your towels in the bathroom. You're going to be very surprised about how expensive towels have become. Understand that when it comes to friends, quality is better than quantity. As you grow, your time with your friends may be far and near, and that's okay. It's a part of growing. But find small ways to connect. Start eyeing things in your parents' homes that you'll need to take with you on your journey past here. I suggest soaps, toilet tissues, washcloths, and small furniture. Understand that life is going to move incredibly fast from here. Keep your goals as high as possible. Remember, you're the class that not even a global pandemic could stop. This is the first step to the future. There are no bad ideals, unless that ideal is graduating a class 10 at a time over the course of 5 days. Be prepared that now is your time. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Good morning. I'm going to read a proclamation from the County of Columbia that was given to all of the school districts in our county. Whereas the 2020 graduating class of seniors began their final year of high school, eagerly anticipating a special day in June when they were awarded their hard-earned diplomas. And whereas those same seniors had reached the point where just a few short months remained until that day. Whereas the historic coronavirus pandemic and the eventual lockdown procedures designed to keep everyone safe prevented a normal conclusion to the school year. And whereas those extra measures forced the 2020 seniors to complete their high school careers in a hastily arranged online learning situation. And whereas the 2020 seniors had successfully accomplished the tasks assigned to them despite these obstacles. Now therefore be it resolved that the Columbia County recognizes extraordinary achievement of the class of 2020, fulfilling their requirements for graduation through hard work and dedication in these trying times. And be it further resolved that Columbia County congratulates and honors the 2020 graduating class of Hudson High School. Resolved that I, Matt B. Morrell, Chairman of the Columbia County Board of Supervisors, hereby congratulates the 2020 seniors. Ladies and gentlemen, the Superintendent of the Hudson City School District, Dr. Maria Lagana-Submeyer, will now present the honors to the valedictorian of the class of 2020, Victoria Gardner. Dr. Submeyer will present the salutatorian for the class of 2020, Osman Gofran. Okay. Members of the Board of Education, Dr. Submeyer, ladies and gentlemen, before he was the class of 2020, whose members I certify have met their requirements for graduation and are entitled to receive their diplomas. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Submeyer, class advisors Jamie Weiss and Scott Vorwald will present the diplomas to the graduates. Row 1, please stand.
Victoria Page Gardner. Oh.
Yeah. Come on up, Bob.
Osman bin Abdul Gofran.
Faria Sultana.
Haley Isabella Roland.
Amelia Frances Ortiz.
Elizabeth Gomez Loyola.
Congrats. Piper Rose Naywith.
Ravid Rahman.
Theodora Abramides.
Mackenzie Elizabeth Alexander.
Meher Afros.
Jasmine Ahmed.
Yasmin Acker.
Samaya Akhtar.
Samaya Actor.
Tamana Actor.
Stuck on her earrings.
Thomas Joseph Ali Donahue.
Jeremy Mikhail Anderson.
Thomas Michael Anusta.
Ajane Monet Denise Artis.
Lindsay Nicole Barrett.
Deja Buford.
Joel Antoine Mason Bedard.
Nasima Begum.
Tiara Christine Boone.
Courtney Allison Brown.
Mona Lisa Carius.
Kiwan Lakeem Chance Pope.
Zion Xavier Canton.
Tori Paige Colarusso.
Josiah Renee Coleman.
Raylan Paige Colleton.
Shayna Noel Beatrice Coppersmith.
Anthony Sadiq Cora.
Nisa Aaliyah Cora.
Matthew Scott Cowan.
Daniela Nicole Casalino.
Jarrett Michael Krast.
Caitlin Marie Dingman.
Aiden Gerardo Dodo.
Demetrios Konstantinos Donis.
Jeff T. Layden Exel.
Rita Farzana.
Christopher Fenderson.
Theodore David Philly III.
Imira Amani Forbes.
Michael Thomas Goodermote.
Tavon Neville Gordon.
Daquan Joseph Griffin.
Shahid Hassan.
Madeline N. Hedgepeth.
Seth David Hoffman.
Miraz Sean Hossain.
No, you got to stay together. Just up to that next available sign. Yeah. Look right here.
Ireland McKay Hoteling.
Jaden May Ramada.
Sabrina Huda.
Mr. Rahul Haq.
Rukan Hussain.
Ritu Islam.
Catherine Rose Jepson.
Pierre Samuel June.
Brooke Marie Keeter.
Yasmin Simone Knight.
Stand still for 1 second.
Emma Grace Kohut.
Callie Lynn Lamont.
Adela Aaliyah Lewis.
Jada Jamila Lewis.
Michael Anthony Lonegro.
Yes, Michael.
Alexi Mackenzie Mack.
Lexi! Nana loves you.
Hakeem Martin.
Aaliyah Demetria McGriff.
Joshua Cameron Meist.
Austin Miller.
Melanie Nicole Nostrand.
Go now.
Jelena Jean Wynn Acevedo.
Saba Mukluk.
Patrick Thomas O'Connell.
Benjamin Michael O'Kesson.
Cindy Nayeli Ordóñez.
Kaylee Marie Parmentier. Presenting Kaylee with her diploma is her father, Chuck Parmentier, Hudson City School District Board of Education member.
Nazir Calvert Pierre. Abdur Hamza Rahman.
MD Azizur Rahman.
Sanjita Rahman.
Maya Charlotte Rice.
Anastasia Noel Risley.
Legacy Martina Rivera.
Brianna Kathleen Rodriguez.
Kayla Michelle Rodriguez.
Hannah Grace Romano.
Roxana Romero.
Amjad Saleh.
Juan Simon Sanchez Boulay.
Martha Daniela Santos Canarte.
Mackenzie Jane Sapko.
Basket.
Olivia Rose Scally.
Garrett Michael Schwab.
Janesh Shanta.
Marquin Gregory Simmons.
Natasha Cash Smith.
Terrell Jarrett Starr. Accepting Terrell's diploma is his father, Terrell Starr Sr.
Valerie Lee Stiles.
Jessica Lynn Strang.
Emily Nicole Sullivan.
Mashuda Sultana.
Autumn Elaine Tempasis.
Egypt Amor Thomas.
I'm especially proud of this graduate, my daughter, Jaylene Torres.
Delencia Camion Virgo.
Taylor Renee Wallace.
Aaliyah Monet Weinheimer.
Natalie Nicole Westfall.
Lysandra Ribeiro Williams.
John Joseph Carl Wolfersnag, Jr.
Michael Deval Murray Young, Jr.
Molly Elizabeth Zitto.
Families, reminder once again, do not leave without your portrait yard sign next to your car. Take those with you. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the Hudson High School class of 2020, please move your tassels from right to left. Row number 1, you may exit the field.
Underwriting support made possible by the following.
The world has changed us, but not our goals and dreams. Registration is open now at CGCC for courses with online delivery. Email us at admissions@sunycgcc.edu. Let's go together. #CoGreen. sunycgcc.edu.
The Bank of Greene County for a better financial life. The Bank of Greene County for a better financial life. Thank you for being a Blue Hawk.
A. Colorusso and Son.
Thank you for being a Blue Hawk.
A successful firm built on hard work, honest work, and an honest pride and accomplishment. A. Colorusso and Son. A. Colorusso and Son.